Ever been hit with a surprise baggage fee at the airport? Stick around, and I'll show you how to dodge them, even if your bag is overstuffed. Welcome back to Park and Post. Today, I will be tackling a topic that we all dread, those pesky carry-on baggage fees, especially when your bag is a little, shall we say, overweight. Don't worry, I've got 10 genius hacks to help you avoid those fees and keep your hard-earned cash in your pocket. Let's get started. Number 1. Let me start with one of the easiest ways to avoid carry-on baggage fees, especially if your bag is overweight, is to wear your heaviest clothing and accessories while traveling. This strategy includes wearing bulky items like jackets, sweaters, and boots rather than packing them in your carry-on. By doing this, you significantly reduce the weight and bulk of your luggage, making it easier to meet airline weight restrictions. Once you've passed through security and are on the plane, you can always remove these layers and store them in the overhead compartment or under your seat. This tactic is particularly effective during colder seasons when you may need heavier clothing anyway. Even in warmer climates, you can still wear heavier shoes or layers that can be easily removed. Another tip is to carry items like laptops, cameras, or books in your backpack if possible to avoid adding extra weight to your carry-on. Remember, airlines typically don't weigh passengers or what they're wearing, so take full advantage of this loophole to avoid fees and keep your baggage light. Number 2. I am pretty sure that all of you are aware that most airlines allow passengers to bring one personal item in addition to their carry-on luggage. This personal item can be a backpack, large purse, laptop bag, or even a small duffel bag. By carefully selecting and packing your personal item, you can carry extra belongings that didn't fit in your carry-on or that might have pushed your bag over the weight limit. Make sure to use every inch of space in your personal item for items like books, electronics, snacks, or other essentials that don't need to be in your main carry-on bag. To maximize this strategy, choose a personal item that's large enough to carry what you need but still complies with the airline's size regulations. Many travelers opt for backpacks with multiple compartments to help distribute the weight and keep their items organized. Be mindful of what you pack in your personal item. Keep it lightweight enough to fit under the seat in front of you, but substantial enough to lighten the load of your carry-on. This approach not only helps you avoid fees, but also makes it easier to access important items during your flight. Number 3. Another clever way to avoid carry-on baggage fees is to use a duty-free shopping bag to your advantage. Many airports allow you to carry duty-free items on board in addition to your regular carry-on and personal item. After you pass through security, purchase something small from a duty-free shop and ask for a large shopping bag. You can then discreetly place some of your heavier or bulkier items in this bag, effectively increasing your luggage allowance without paying extra fees. This loophole works because airlines typically don't count duty-free bags against your carry-on allowance. However, it's essential to be mindful of what you're placing in the duty-free bag, as it should still be manageable and not overly heavy. Additionally, ensure that the items you're transferring to the duty-free bag are not fragile, as the bag won't offer as much protection as a suitcase. This strategy is particularly useful for last-minute adjustments if you realize your carry-on is overweight at the gate. Number 4. Okay, now please listen and pay attention to this. If you're traveling with someone else, a straightforward way to avoid carry-on baggage fees is to redistribute the weight between your bags. Airlines usually allow each passenger to bring their own carry-on and personal item, so if one of your bags is overweight, consider shifting some of the contents into your travel companion's bag. This can help balance the load and ensure that neither of your bags exceeds the weight limit. This strategy works best when traveling with a partner, family member, or friend who has extra space in their luggage. Before heading to the airport, weigh your bags and discuss with your travel companion how best to distribute your belongings. It's also helpful to keep an eye on the contents of your bags throughout your trip, as you might accumulate additional items or need to repack for the return journey. By working together, you can avoid fees and ensure that both of your carry-ons stay within the airline's weight restrictions. Number 5. Packing cubes are a great tool for organizing your luggage, but they can also help you avoid carry-on baggage fees if used strategically. By compressing your clothes and other soft items, packing cubes allow you to fit more into your carry-on without increasing the weight too much. This compression can make a significant difference, especially if you're right on the edge of your carry-on weight limit. The more efficiently you pack, the less likely you are to exceed the weight restrictions. In addition to saving space, packing cubes help keep your belongings organized, making it easier to locate items without unpacking your entire bag. This can be particularly helpful during security checks if you need to quickly access specific items like electronics or toiletries. To make the most of packing cubes, consider grouping items by type or by weight when you'll need them, such as packing all your day one essentials in one cube. This way, you can minimize the need to rummage through your bag endlessly. Before we move on, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe and click the bell to be notified of our latest travel tips, and share this information with your friends and family, and don't forget to join our free newsletter and become a friend of Park and Post. By signing up, you'll receive exclusive offers and updates. Click the link below to join our newsletter and start enjoying the benefits today. But let's get back to the topic. 10 ways to avoid carry-on luggage fees and never pay for extra luggage again. Number 6. Frequent flyers and credit card holders often have perks that can help them avoid carry-on baggage fees. Many airline loyalty programs offer higher baggage allowances for members with elite status. Similarly, certain travel credit cards provide benefits like free checked bags, priority boarding, or waived baggage fees. If you travel often, it's worth looking into these options to see if you qualify for any benefits that can save you money on your luggage. Before your trip, check the details of your airline loyalty program or credit card perks to ensure you understand how to take advantage of these benefits. Sometimes, simply using the right credit card to book your flight can automatically grant you additional baggage allowances. If you don't already have status or a travel credit card, it may be worth considering applying for one if you frequently encounter baggage fees. These perks can make a significant difference in your travel experience, especially if you tend to pack on the heavier side. Number 7. Packing dual-purpose items is a smart way to reduce the weight of your carry-on and avoid baggage fees. For example, instead of packing a separate blanket and scarf, opt for a large scarf that can double as a blanket during your flight. Similarly, choose clothing that can be worn in multiple ways, like a reversible jacket or versatile dress. This approach not only lightens your load, but also gives you more flexibility in your travel wardrobe. By packing smarter with dual-purpose items, you can also save space in your luggage, making it easier to stay within the airline's size and weight restrictions. Additionally, fewer items mean less to keep track of during your trip, which can reduce stress and make packing and unpacking more efficient. Look for travel gear designed with versatility in mind and prioritize items that serve multiple functions without sacrificing comfort or style. This way, you can travel light and still have everything you need, avoiding the risk of overweight baggage fees. Number 8. Let's look at another smart way to save money. If you know you'll be carrying more than what your luggage can handle without incurring fees, consider shipping some of your belongings to your destination ahead of time. This can be particularly useful for bulky or heavy items that would push your carry-on over the weight limit. Shipping items can sometimes be cheaper than paying for excess baggage fees, and it ensures that your essentials arrive safely without the risk of being left behind at the airport. To use this strategy effectively, plan ahead and ship your items a few days before your departure. Be sure to use a reliable shipping service and track your package to ensure it arrives on time. Additionally, consider shipping items back home at the end of your trip, especially if you've purchased souvenirs or other goods that might make your return luggage heavier. By planning your shipping logistics carefully, you can avoid extra fees and travel with just the essentials, making your journey more comfortable and stress-free. Number 9. Some airlines allow passengers to gate check their carry-on bags for free if the flight is full or if there isn't enough overhead bin space. This can be a great way to avoid carry-on baggage fees, especially if your bag is overweight or slightly exceeds the size limit. By gate checking your bag, you hand it over to the airline staff at the gate and it's placed in the cargo hold to be retrieved at baggage claim after the flight. Before relying on this strategy, it's important to understand your airline's specific policies regarding gate checking. Some airlines may only offer this service on full flights, so it's not always guaranteed. However, if you're traveling with an oversized or heavy bag and don't want to pay fees, asking to gate check your bag can be a convenient and cost-effective solution. This option also saves you from having to lug your bag through the airport, making your travel experience more enjoyable. Number 10. When your carry-on is teetering on the edge of being overweight, every ounce counts. One often overlooked trick is to maximize the use of pockets in your clothing and accessories. Jackets, pants, and vests with multiple pockets can hold small, heavy items like phones, chargers, or even books. This reduces the weight in your carry-on and helps you avoid fees, as airlines typically don't weigh what you're wearing or carrying on your person. Additionally, accessories like fanny packs, travel vests, or even wearable luggage can provide extra storage space for small items that might tip your carry-on over the weight limit. These items don't count as carry-on luggage, so you can use them to your advantage by packing them with essentials or heavier items. Just be mindful of airport security regulations and ensure that any items in your pockets or accessories are easily accessible for inspection. By strategically using your clothing and accessories, you can reduce the load in your carry-on and dodge those pesky baggage fees. And there you have it, 10 genius hacks to avoid carry-on baggage fees, even if you're overweight. Try these tips on your next trip and see how much you can save. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more travel hacks and tips. Safe travels and see you in the next video.